Chapter 1: The Calm Before the Storm. In the quiet halls of the imperial palace, a young Marcus Aurelius sat before a mirror, watching the shadow of his own reflection shift with each breath. The emperor would later write, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." His teacher, the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, was learning to face each challenge with calm conviction. A few centuries earlier, on the dusty plains of ancient China, a young general named Sun Tzu surveyed the battlefield outside the Great Wall. He famously noted, "In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity." Sun Tzu studied the terrain, the morale of the troops, and the movements of the enemy. He did not panic, but instead kept his mind focused on the clear purpose of victory. Both leaders illustrate a timeless principle. Real confidence springs not from bravado, but from an unwavering clarity of purpose when confronted with uncertainty. When facing today's rapid digital change, that same calm focus is your greatest asset. Instead of rushing into a new app or a fleeting trend, pause and ask, "What is my core mission?" Align your daily objectives with this mission, and the path becomes steadier. After the meditation, the emperor and the general walked home with one thought: the unshakable confidence that comes from knowing what you stand for, no matter the storm. Like, share, and subscribe for more lessons in ancient wisdom applied today. What is your core mission that grounds your decisions in everyday life? Chapter 2: The Weight of a Coin. During a council meeting in Rome, the Senate debated a heavy tax bill. Marcus Aurelius asked, "If this tax burdens my people, how will it affect my duty?" He understood that a leader's weight lies in his responsibility to the common good. In a different corner of the world, a Chinese strategist named Wang Yue, a pupil of Sun Tzu, once had to decide whether to use a single coin for an entire army's launch. He considered the impact of each coin on morale and survival. Both scenarios teach that confidence involves accepting responsibility for the weight you carry. In modern business leadership, that translates to owning the outcomes of your decisions, whether you're launching a project or addressing employee concerns. Recognize that every choice affects a larger chain. When you recognize the weight of your actions, you also recognize the power within. A practical example: if you're a team lead facing a tight deadline, pause, list the tasks, evaluate who can handle what. Accepting responsibility for delegating wisely shows your confidence and cultivates trust within the team. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories of ancient leaders using today's tools. When does accepting responsibility boost your confidence the most? Chapter 3: The Mirror of the Desert. A legendary tale from Sumer recounts a king who walked in the scorching desert without a water bottle. When he stumbled, a wise woman appeared and asked, "What do you seek?" He responded, "Water." She answered, "You must first see yourself as thirsty." The king realized his ignorance and found the oasis inside the desert of his own doubts. In the East, Sun Tzu once wrote, "Know yourself and you will never be at a disadvantage." He praised the self-inspection that turned a battlefield into a playground of strategy. Modern confidence requires self-reflection. It means regularly asking, "What fears are holding me back? What strengths do I ignore?" Journaling for 5 minutes a day, reviewing past decisions, and asking honest feedback mirror the desert walk, a humble journey to the source of self-clarity. Example: start each morning by listing one personal fear and one personal strength. When a challenge arises, refer back to these lists to pivot confidently from doubt to action. Like, share, and subscribe, and let us grow together through ancient strategy and personal insight. What is one personal fear you can confront today, and how will you use your strengths to confront it? Chapter 4: The Armor of Words. The Roman poet Ovid once quipped, "Words are the armor that shields the mind." Marcus Aurelius often wrote in his journal, "Do not let your mind be shaken by speech or rumor." He understood that controlling words is controlling the self. Similarly, Sun Tzu famously said, "All warfare is based on deception," a reminder that words can conceal intentions or reveal strategy. Confidence grows when we wield language purposefully, filtering out noise and embracing constructive communication. In the corporate age, social media noise can cloud decision-making. Resist the urge to respond impulsively. Instead, practice the Stoic pause. When you hear criticism, ask, "Is the word true, useful, and kind?" If not, let it pass. Actionable tip: In your next meeting, pause 1 minute before speaking. Think of one word that best captures the spirit you wish to convey. This practice sharpens clarity and steadiness. Like, share, and subscribe so we can sharpen our verbal armor together. When will you use deliberate pause in your next conversation? Chapter 5: The Battle Within the Mind. Marcus Aurelius's most treasured lesson came from his nightly reflection. What is the value of the mind if it is not trained? Facing the enemy inside, fear, doubt, distraction, was the real battlefield. Sun Tzu, too, wrote that the true victory lies in the subduing of the enemy through the mastery of one's own mind. Today, practicing resilience means cultivating mental discipline. Use techniques such as mindfulness meditation or cognitive restructuring to transform stressful situations into opportunities for growth. The confidence that emerges from mastering your internal war carries you across all arenas. Illustrate: when faced with a looming presentation, instead of panicking, take 3 deep breaths, affirm your expertise, and recall past successes. That mental rehearsal steadies nerves and fuels confidence. Like, share, and subscribe for deeper dives into ancient tactics that still hold in modern life. How will you train your mind today to handle tomorrow's challenges? Philosophy Spotlight: Stoicism. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes not from external power, but from the discipline of the inner mind. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, all masters, shared the wisdom that our perceptions mold our reality. They practiced daily reflection, visualized hardships, premeditatio malorum, and embraced the notion that the universe is change, our hearts should be the same. Historical figure: Marcus Aurelius himself, the last of the 5 good emperors, practiced Stoic thinking while ruling an empire. He wrote in his meditations that a man should be content with what he is given, for everything else is an illusion. 3 lessons for modern success drawn from Stoicism. 1. Control what you can. Focus energy on actions at your disposal, not on circumstances beyond your control. In business, this translates to adjusting strategy, not lamenting market shifts. 2. Resilience through adversity. By rehearsing possible setbacks mentally, you weaken fear's grip. Athletes use mental rehearsal for this reason, just as Marcus would have considered war's outcomes. 3. Clarity of purpose. A Stoic compass keeps you aligned with values. When faced with contradictory offers, evaluate which aligns with your inner code. These teachings illuminate our script's core. The Stoic warrior's confidence is born from the disciplined mind, not the roar of battle. By integrating Stoic discipline, we secure an unshakable confidence ready to command any front, personal, professional, or otherwise. Like, share, and subscribe for more transformational insights that fuse ancient philosophy with modern action. What Stoic practice will you adopt today to strengthen your internal warrior?